Our second area we'll be looking at is the location of Alaska. The threat that is present in Alaska would be the surface temperature alteration. This is an important part of the Arctic climate as a whole, and it's a leading force in the rate of melting of ice and snow in Alaska. Surface temperature is also another leading force in relationships that exist between the atmosphere and the surface of the Earth itself. The overall issue surrounding surface temperature would be the fact that they are increasing at an alarming record rate. According to multiple observation sources such as land-based surface stations, the Arctic near-surface air temperatures have overall increased twice as fast as the average worldwide. Now, Alaska is a vulnerable place due to them being in the region where high-latitude greenhouse gas warming showcases its long-term effects most. They're also a vulnerable place due to the fact that the state consists of a variety of conditions and regions such as rainforests, tundra meadows, and even glaciers. This variety of ecological conditions makes Alaska more susceptible to any type of climate change that may exist, including warming of surface temperatures. Environmental changes are enormous when it comes to a warming of surface temperature in Alaska. One such forecast is that we'll see a lower amount of snow and ice surfaces that exist in the Arctic and in Alaska specifically. We will also see vegetations that exist in Alaska and are used to the colder climates decreasing in the amount throughout the state. On the other hand, the increase in temperature can also have positives for the state. One such benefit would be a longer growing season for agricultural crops and even access to natural resources that used to be inaccessible due to ice. A negative environmental change that exists from this rising surface temperature issue would be the fact that the permafrost layer that exists across 80% of Alaska's surface will continuously melt. This can also cause issues for the ecosystems that exist, such as ash lakes shrinking, thus making wetland ecosystems less available for animals. These higher temperatures also may lead to a greater chance of drought and wildfires in certain regions of the state. On behalf of communities, there are positives and negatives to the increase in surface temperature in Alaska once again. For the human population, this can have some positives through promoting an increase in tourism. It can also allow humans to access natural resources that they may not have been able to before, such as offshore oil. On the other hand, this can have negatives for the human population, as the rising surface temperature is once again causing the permafrost layer to thaw and melt. The melting of this layer can lead to the ground sinking and thus damaging any infrastructure such as houses or roads that may exist in that area.